Hmm. $77. What are you on about? Oh, goodness. Oh, I see. 34 months. Yeah, no, I can't even parse all the math going on there. I read it like 3 times and it's just not working. It's just not working out for me. Mix it up. What the fuck are you complaining about? Oh, is it just gonna keep playing the album? Oh no, that was just the end of the song. Damn. Oh, whatever. We can start anyway. I don't really care. I want to play the game.
Hey, it's ad time.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I can't look at this. There's gonna be like titties or something. Lost too many brain cells from that movie. Yeah, for sure. How's it going, by the way? Connected? Everybody connected here? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're doing okay. 5 Demon Slayer Infinity Castle? Yeah. You know what? I don't want to use the professional model. Hey, you know what? What's your name again? Benji. That's right. Can you just keep working? We're gonna open. You can handle things. I want to relax. I want to be in this one. How's it going, Nomad? Yeah, I can't look at the screen. I can't look at the screen. Honey Flash. Yeah, I know. Honey Flash. That's great. It's not censored. I'm assuming it's not. I don't know why it would be, right? My Sunday's been going great. I think my weekend's been, my week's been going great. I realized we still haven't really even been back from New York for a week. A week ago today, I was still in New York. Which is a little weird to think about. Time is strange. Hold on a sec. On with... You know what? I think I hate D-Bridger. Fuck it. I just don't care about it anymore. Yeah, it sucks. It's annoying and sucks. It's like complaining about something and I just don't care. It doesn't help anything. What do you want? Power Man and couch? Here you go, brother. So, I've expanded the store quite a bit. We've done a bit of offline farming here. First of all, we're level 18. We can tour the store. I think Benjamin's got things up here. Can we go take a look? Let's go take a look here. Yeah, we're level 18 out of 20. We have an arcade. We're starting an arcade. We have an arcade. You gonna play, bro? Can we watch? Hold up. He's playing Orc Invaders. I'm not... That was it? Did we not get the... There's no... a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I have color-coded rows for each category. So we have horror here. We have romance, sci-fi, fantasy. I made like nice wood shelves. We got drama. There's drama here. And then over here is comedy. Comedy has been a bit of a struggle. What do you want? Captain Alien Invasion? Yeah, whatever. Here you go. Comedy's a bit of a struggle. We had the kids' shelves here. I made the kids' shelves short because it's for kids. But there are no kids here.
Hi.
It's this guy. Spicy romance?
Ooh.
Spicy romance is an end cap. It's right here. Got it right here. Along with Christmas and police. We got police movies now. Let me grab some more movies here. I gotta put stuff out. See, I prefer putting stuff away because then I can kind of keep track of how much there is. And Benjamin just complains when he runs out of space. He doesn't actually do anything about it. He just throws movies on the floor. Is he asleep, you motherfucker? I'm paying him like $60 a day. A day. I wish I got $60 a day working this job. I don't think I ever made that much. Not like gross. Maybe net. I think when no. When I stopped working there, I was making like $13 an hour, and I thought that was big shit. And I started there at like $9 an hour. That was like, whoa, wow. Oh, wow. Would you believe me if I told you I had the Nintendo Power poster for the movie, the game? The movie game? Movie game? The movie game. Waterworld? For Waterworld? Well, yeah. We do have that. I mean, you have that. That's your treasured. Your Nintendo Power posters are amazing. What an incredible flex to actually have, like, your own. It's not like you were like, oh my god, I remember having that magazine and I'm gonna go buy a not fucked up copy and take the posters out and frame them as an adult. No, this is posters you preserved from like when you originally opened these magazines as a child. So fucking cool. Isling Sorcerer, okay. What do you want? Bad Backs? We might have a copy. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, by the way, the new releases right now are Draconic Park and Bad Backs, but we don't have any more Bad Backs. And Bad Backs is like one day away from just being old hat. Nobody cares about it anymore, you know? Somebody has it on hold. Wait, do they? This doesn't say reserved on it. This is going on the shelf. I don't care. You have to be really stingy with the new releases. People would play... They would just fuck around with them. I'm always in the way of the movies. I feel like you're missing out on half the game because you can't... fucking with them here. I'll just put myself here for a sec. Fishbowl Wanted. This one is The PC Will See You. Oh, we're running out of space for horror. Closer to My Rooster. Dirty Kennel Money. Just dripping on the Hitchhiker. Baron in the Dark. Somebody wants something? Oh, okay. Yeah, Smiling Sorcerer. You called about that, buddy. We can get that for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, you enjoy that. The Dragon's Precious Teddy Bear. Next to the Dragon's Precious Bodybuilder. So in addition to this Christmas end cap, since the month is currently it just says winter. So it's like, it just says winter. And we have 4 days of the holidays coming up where people are going to want Christmas movies. So in response to that, I've made a dedicated Christmas end cap here that you can see. But as you can see, we have a little decoration indicating to you that this is our feature section for Xmas. I fully intend to fill the bargain bin with this shit after this. We have TVs in every corner now. There you go. Anybody playing this? Can I take the money? I already did. Oh, I have something in my hand, that's why. I don't know. I really enjoy the flow of this game, especially because I realized I can force Benjamin to do most of the work. There's not really anything he won't do, and in the morning you're given as much time as you want before you open, so I just have him kind of like put everything out before I open the store, and it works perfectly while I'm working IRL. Or just bored, or just, you know, mandering the house. Whatever. Doing laundry. So I just make him put all the movies out, and then I tell him, hey, you're unregistered too, by the way, today. And he's just like, yeah, I guess so. And we don't have anybody who's really been better. Benjamin has been, like, the best employee ever. I don't really mind paying him more. He's at $62 a day, which is honestly a steal. I mean, he works every day. So what is that? Like $400, $500 a week? Never mind. Keep working. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Like honestly, he's like fast at both jobs, and doesn't really understand his own value. He was like he took me aside and blackmailed me for a raise. I don't know if that was on stream, but he was like, "Hey, I see where you're buying those seedy movies from, and I'm gonna rat you out to the authorities if you don't give me a raise." And I was like, "You know what, bro? Sure." And you know, he's like, "What are you gonna shake me down for?" And he's like, "Oh, I want $5 more a day." And I'm like. Bro could have just like fucking had a massive fine levied on the store, and instead just like wants like $150 a month. Like, all right, bro, you keep moving those movies here. You know what? Can you why don't you do return station for a bit before we close? I'm gonna check at the titty guys here. No, okay. Anything in the store? Oh, we need to buy some good comedies. Let's buy the comedies. Oh, and can we afford the other arcade machine? Maze Munch, Orc Invaders. Yeah, let's buy Maze Munch. I think we could just, like, stack up a ton of arcade machines in here, even though there's only 2. No titty guy. Yeah, I think he comes tomorrow. I think... Here, let's see. Yeah, he comes Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we might get, like, Christmas titty movies? I don't know. Hey, you know what, bro? You can finish that in the morning. I'm going to close the store for now. Look at that. For a Monday, making, like, $400 ain't bad. That's got to keep the lights on in 1990. Talking about over the course of a month, making, like... Was that 30 times? It's like that would keep the lights on, even if you had a pretty shitty like lease rate. Although it's pretty unrealistic that our only expense seems to be we need like to pay electric at least. There'd be supplies for all this shit. This thing is annoying. I would never have this in a fucking retail store. Maybe the popcorn machine, because there's pretty much nothing to these. There's 2 parts to them, and it's just this bucket that heats up, and you fill it with oil. You need to clean that, or it gets rancid. But we can actually like pre-make some. Insurance, taxes, yeah. There'd be taxes to pay. There'd be insurance. There'd be the lease for the actual building, which would be growing every time I expand the place. There's still more room to expand. I haven't even expanded yet. We don't clean the store at all. You're correct. We'd be buying new like movie cases all the time. Like these cases the movies are in. We'd have to have a stock of these. There'd be a whole bunch of like, yeah, like just stuff related to that. Tape rewinders. Probably like I don't know, what else do you buy? Like, see, there is some stuff here. Crime? There's crime. Crime is one of the categories. Crime. But there's like... They're just nonsense. I did want to mention, just, you know, in good faith, that in addition to this lovely store game, also have going on stuff here. Some things here that I have to deal with. Things. There are things here. Things remaining have accumulated a month or so. Month and a half. I think it's almost 2 months since we did. We're going to do this again. Oh, goodness. Go back to the game. Somebody's calling. Quiet time with the robot? Yeah. Okay. As long as it tells me. So I'm glad it tells me where it is. Because nightmare, by the way. Hey, yeah, we definitely... The computer says we have one of that movie in stock. Go out on the floor and find it. And in our store, we had something on the order of like 17,000 DVDs. Something like that. And like, you know, people very reluctant to clean up was the main thing. Like, cleaning up a shelf that a customer had fucked up seemed to be just like a thing nobody ever wanted to do. And so, you know, popular movie that we have one copy of in stock, somebody likely took it and shoved it somewhere. It's over in like the Xbox games. Customers on the line like, you said you had it. I'm driving over, you better have it. Why don't you have it? You said you had it. I set up all these stands such that now I can just go click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Move one over, click, 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 click. And I don't have to, like, think about which one I'm stocking. I can just move to the left. And then I think that gets us one of each of these. Yeah, there's only one bar we don't have displayed. And I can live with that. And we also have these cooler. We have the fridges now. Where? Sorry. Apologies. We now have all kinds of soda. Turbo Cop soda. Sip. Red Line. I don't know what that was. Beetle Burst, something like that. And then I like the bottled ones. Personally, I feel like these have more novelty to them. People are more likely to buy them, but Lord knows what impacts the sales of these. It doesn't really seem to make much sense. Say, I seem to make decent income on these. The fridges definitely pay for themselves. We also have now, I had these cases, so we have all the fancy holographic movies in cases now. As they come in, I just keep buying more cases because these are pretty cheap, actually. So if we look here, I moved to the front window the old stands for like the movies I thought had cool looking posters. Draconic Park, Forward to the Past, whatever. Got one here too. I can't put any here. I was pissed off. When you go into the edit mode, it's like, no, you can't move anything here. Here, look. It's like, no, you can't put shit here. It's annoying. If I had any feedback, this game is trying to restrict my fun a bit too much. You know what I mean? I don't know why this whole area of the store is restricted. I have these candy machines. I want to put more of these in, but I can't put it like where I want to, like right here. I want to put like candy racks right here is where I'd want to put candy. This rack. Maybe here, and maybe like a low one here, right? Or a basket on the counter. Whatever. Overthinking it. Massively overthinking it. By the way, let's check the store. We have the 2 new releases. Are there any packs today? Oh, goodness, there are. We got 2 entirely random packs. I don't have enough money for the second one, even. This looks like some stuff we needed, maybe. If a section is filling up currently, I'm going to just dump some of the lower value things in the bargain bin. But we're not really at risk of that except for in horror. Is there anything here in horror that hasn't ever been... This hasn't ever been rented. Here, that can go there. That's how we're going to handle it. If I pick something up and it hasn't ever been rented, it goes in the garbage. What looks like something that hasn't been rented? Maybe this one? No, maybe... Wait. It has been rented. Ah, found one.
Fast-paced fighting action featuring the character's
Which one was it?
special moves from
I
the
think it
video.
was this guy. I did it again. It was this guy. Hey, Benjamin, you put everything away yet? No, he's still working on it. Okay. That's totally fine. We're going to have a big day today, so might as well be... Market? Do we have any more, like, good comedy movies, maybe? Any comedies? Okay. I'm going to just open the store. Maybe I'll just tell him to get on register.
It's a whole new world of action.
Hey. Hey.
Battle arena
Can you be on the register? Thanks. Yeah.
Let the tournament begin.
Thank you, Benjamin. We're going to open up, and I'll put away the rest of the movies. Comedy came pretty late in the game, and I made a whole big section for it, and maybe bit off a bit more than I could chew, because I only had like 10 movies in comedy for the longest time. And every single day I've had to check the shop and just buy whatever comedy movie is available. I've never seen like a 10-pack of comedy movies. Kind of brutal. What? Quiet Time with the Robot? Yeah, I bet. Here you go.
Wow.
Enjoy. Yeah, wow. Wow. Have Draconic parked in here. The Music Freak Show. Music Freak Show. There you go.
Oh.
Bloop, 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 bloop. I gotta get more customers. Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
Ooh.
Go in. Yep. Yep.
Ooh.
Already going. You're already going. No, you're already going. About you. No, you're already going. No, no. Nobody I can give this to. Here you are. You need bad backs? Yeah, here you go.
Oh.
There's always money in the candy machine. Never know what's going on in the trailers. I put more in there, but it's still mostly just like random 90s slop. I feel like you kind of need that in a store. Maybe I could put like music on a bit. Definitely once we start open Pokemon packs up. The screaming? Yeah, no, but that's like how it was. That's how I remember it being. You just hear like fucking noises. You just be like just noises non-stop. Monk at DMCA? Yeah, Monk at DMCA. But like, you know, there's somebody up at the counter testing an iPad. Somebody else in the back is buying like a fucking Wii, so they're playing like Wii Sports. There's this music on, and it's God knows what. Hold on. Bearded troll, bearded troll, bearded troll.
Oh.
Did you see this movie I found? No, not that one. This one. This was my favorite movie title, so I had to put it on the poster. Bro, you cannot be sleeping standing up behind the counter. Is that AI? Is what AI? No, I don't think any of this is AI. What it is they take a base image and they mix it. They have like a way that they combine things, like Poke Mixer, like that thing that lets you mix up Pokemon. So the same image you see right here, this clown in the background appears multiple times with this stupid clip art in front of it. The gun is on. Yeah, it just doesn't. It's really kind of agnostic of the wizard is in the front layer. So the wizard is a clip art sticker that's on the front layer. Yeah, that they're just reusing across multiple things. Some of the movie covers are original, like these 13. These ones that were like feature films that were new releases have that special art where it's edge to edge. But all the other ones have just some random generated slop that's like two images combined. And like this lady on the front always has like clairvoyant in the title. Like you'll see this spooky ghost show up a bunch. Do you want bad backs? It's right behind you, lady. You're standing in front of it. It's right here.
Ah.
Jesus. I need to empty these. $18 and $56. Not bad. Yeah, procedurally generated movie cover. That's exactly what it is. And you know, I don't have any problem with that. I don't know actually how you would approach this kind of game otherwise, honestly. You'd have to license something. Like in partnership with IMDb, maybe? Is this a rainbow movie? Oh, it is. There. We'll put that there. Yeah, more like how NFTs were generated. I mean, there have been other games that use that kind of procedural generation, too.
Hi.
It reminds me of like some of the like randomly generated names on like Xbox Live. I just had a romance in my hands, bro. There you go.
Ooh.
We just gotta keep putting away movies. I think that's really all it is. As long as Benjamin's awake, I'm not really worried about the register. Hit the message, hit the application. Yeah, no. It's totally valid. Like, the movies in this game don't really matter, except for when they're kind of funny. Which, it leaves some room for that. I'm almost, and I'm saying this with the hedgiest of bets, I'd almost be okay with, like, some sort of generation type thing going on, but not direct like slot feed. I think there needs to be some intent behind the various titles and names and stuff, but like action and good, huh? Do I have anything like that?
Ooh.
But again, that's more just like hate the method, like, you know, the application, not the method. But it's really just because it truly doesn't matter. The movie titles just don't. If you're not going to put in the effort to make a bunch of unique ones that are like specifically funny, then it doesn't really matter what they are or how they're generated, except just that you're not hurting anything by doing so, I guess. It does make for some funny ones. A lot of them are just pure nonsense. You can tell this game is like pretty close to emulating real life though, because it's 10 p.m. and there's still people fucking shopping. Go home. Go home. Leave my store. Turn like the sign off. You had the door closed. They still won't leave. Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking about... Yeah, they got off at 9. It was always something like that. It was always like, oh, we're going to a movie at 9, or we just got out of a movie that was at 8:30. You know, it ended at 8:30, and we wanna shop in the store until you close. Thing I always remember being a bit annoyed by were the people who came in at like 8:15, 8:30. We closed at 9, and they would come in at like 8:30 with Tupperware bins full of dusty controllers and video game consoles and movies and shit to sell. And I'd always have to tell them, come back tomorrow. No. And a lot of times they would be upset. A lot of times they would be like, that's bullshit that you can't just deal with it right now. And I'm like, I just feel like maybe some people have a broken, like, I don't know if I'd even go so far as to call it empathy. Oh, I had to go talk to the titty man, speaking of empathy. It just, to me, it's like, if you have any sort of notion of how linear time works, it would make sense to me that this is called The Bad Boy with His Boat. Sweaty Doll Action is the name of this one. I wanted you to see this cover for a second here. Here you go. I think we're gonna buy another one of these for this magnificent masterpiece. Oh, I can't pick it up yet. Put out these other ones. Grip my hobo by the tip. Excuse me? Grip my hobo by the tip? Excuse me? One more thing. Gee, Benjamin, you could have gone home already. I just had to take care of this. One sec. There we go. There we go. And there we go. That's funny. I didn't realize I could stutter close the door like that. Alright, we finished today. You guys want to open a Pokemon card pack? Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, no, I have never grabbed a hobo by the tip. No. No, 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 no. Just like wildlife going on outside my house. Hold on. Very confused. Trying to find music to listen to. How about we listen to this? There was a fat robin yelling at the squirrel. Yeah, I mean, they're fighting over the same food, you know? Where did VTube Studio go? Did VTube Studio just... Pepe die? That's crazy. Got it? Oh my god. Here. We don't really need it right now anyway. We're in here. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Which one should we open first? Rip V2 Studio. I mean, it happens. It happens all the time. It happens more often than it should. There's no real reason for it. It just happens. My choice, huh? First of all, hello. Second of all, here's this thing. Look at this. Did you know that if you grab her like this, she's kind of like a staple gun where you can just like. I think we're saving Lily for last. Ending with a transparent background. Yeah, true. I wonder what that looks like if you drag it just into VTube Studio or into OBS. That one kind of works. What about the WebP? It kind of works. It just doesn't. This one doesn't have the fixed background. I don't know what happened to this one. I wonder what happens if I drag the lake. I know I'm stalling now. I don't care. But like this Yui one I made. Does this work? Oh, it's just the one almost? Oh, it's only the GIFs that work. Interesting. I guess it's just OBS's deficiency. It can't handle it. It's been faster. You want, well, so which way would I do that? Would I make the table spin faster? Because it does have varying speeds. I wonder what the HD one looks like. That one doesn't even load. Scan in my whole collection to make a gotcha redeem. That's an interesting idea. Alpha in linear space. Is that the setting I need to turn on? Hold on. Still kind of crunchy. Yeah, that is a swag idea with the channel points. I have a lot of figures, and I plan on scanning all of them, so that's a good use of that. But yeah, this is the jerk. Anyway, we're going to open Pikachu first. I decided, executive decision, Pikachu is getting open. This is Surging Sparks, Scarlet and Violet. You better get the better vinyl. Yeah, I'm getting the matte vinyl first. This says terawatts of electricity crashed down from the sky in the tropical paradise, setting the stage for the supercharged Pikachu EX. Let's see if we get him. Redeem your rewards. That means this is the start. That's weird. Why did we get an item or a trainer first? Don't we usually get Watchroll? Oh, he's cute. Look at his bird. Look at a little shifty bird face. We'll do it up here. Unless I bring the camera down more. Hold on. Think with my head here. Because then I don't have to hold my hand up in the air. Got some OO energy. Yeah, that's true. Extra is kind of cool. Jasmine's Gaze. I don't know who you are. Registeel. He's a cool guy. I like Robot Man. Got some like Iron Giant stuff going on, you know? Athra? Okay, okay. Alfredigos. That's our reverse hollow. Very spooky guy. Another. Strudel. Oh, that's like a printed one. Something shiny behind this one. Ovillion EX. Skullvillain. I guess they're peppers. They're like hot peppers. Interesting. Very interesting. What is that emote? What are these people doing? Weird. What's this? Perfect order. Mega Evolution Perfect Order. It's him. Thinks he's him. Do we know? Have we found out if he's him? I'm not sure how to open this contraption. Sleeve boosters, standard, P3. We got this from GameStop yesterday for $7. Yes, there's the boy inside there. Interesting that we now have to put the plastic sleeves inside of cardboard. I guess because that's more tamper evident. I hate everything, honestly. Pretty much just all I can say at this point. But here we go. What does it say? The pulse of the city beats in sync with the Pokemon and people who call it home. And preserving the order of it all is Mega Zygarde EX, the legendary Pokemon who embodies strength in numbers. With threatening forces held at bay, peaceful days are ahead for the city's residents, including Pokemon like Mega Clefable EX, Mega Starmie EX, and Meowth EX in the Pokemon TCG Mega Evolution Perfect Order expansion. Well, okay then. Oh, I dropped it. I'm trying to do the thing where I did trim my nails a bit, but like I still have a little bit. I'm trying to get like this seam to peel, and it's just a little bit annoying. There we go. Let's look at this. It's Psychic. Got a Servine to start. I don't know if I like Snipey, Servine, Servile, whatever it is. I don't know what it's, Surviper, something like that. It was okay, right? It's fine. It's the one I wound up picking. Mugleaf, yeah, it's fine. A while is kind of the same deal. I don't really vibe. Ghastly's always my boy, always and forever. Kind of unsurprising. Sandalit. I don't know about this thing. Damon, yeah, I don't know. I don't really fuck with leaf Pokemon most of the time, man. Types mostly. I pick the grass starters, but I don't really like grass types. Judge what? What's he judging? Again, pal, I don't know. I didn't know this was a Pokemon, and if you showed me this Pokemon and told me to name it, I wouldn't be able to. I've never heard of this Pokemon. Is that wrong? Is this a deficiency on my part? Did I know this Pokemon? For what game is this Pokemon? Did anyone answer me? No? I don't know either. Scarlet Violet, I guess. This is adorable. This is adorable. This looks like you sat somebody down in a room and said, design an adorable dinosaur. And I'm not letting you leave. It's cute enough, I'll let your family... Like, it's like that kind of situation. Like, it feels very forced. It's very cute, though. Let's see what's behind it. It's something shiny. Decidueye, who is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Decidueye is pretty cool. He gives me Tumblr vibes. Does he give you Tumblr vibes, too? I think he gives Tumblr vibes. I think Decidueye gives me very Tumblr vibes. You know what I mean, though? Like, he looks like he effort posts a lot. Like fan fiction. I'm not saying that, like, he's, like horny posting or something. I'm saying he's, like, writing a lot of, like, really earnest fan fiction on Tumblr. And linking to it there. Like, he really probably has really strong opinions on, like, Ruby characters. You know what I mean? That's the vibe he gives me. Like, he really enjoys Ruby. Yeah, he's choony, but kind of, like, endearing and gentle about it. You know? I don't know. My boys are catching a lot of strays, and I'm not saying I picked Decidueye. I'm telling you, I always pick the grass starter. For some reason, I wind up picking the grass starter. Problem on my part. I want to find... hang on. Maybe we should do... My last mistake was Torterra, huh? I picked Torterra and was happy with Torterra. Weren't happy with Torterra? Thanks for checking in, Zed. It actually counted tonight. Well, I mean, it's counted every night, but it showed up on screen. What a dog shit turtle. Hi, Zed. We're opening Pokemon cards. Look at the Pokemon. Look at all this. Look at all this stuff. This is just like the situation here right now. My wobbly ass mount. Yeah, we got some Pokemon going on here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs left. This is just stuff I've managed to accumulate with my wife's help over the last month and a half ish, 2 months since the last time we opened packs. I've only been able to really find, although I shouldn't say it that way. GameStop did have more than single packs, but everything they were selling was above retail, which I guess is something we could talk about. So yesterday we went to GameStop, and that was the first time I had seen Perfect Order in stock anywhere, and that was after checking the machines. I've given up on checking the vending machines pretty much. We only check them if they're like we're in the store. Like I'm not going. For a bit there, like just to venture out of the house and just do something. I was going to get coffee and like checking the vending machine at the store here. But it hasn't really. It was like 5 times in a row where it had nothing, and I was just like, I gave up. I haven't seen it in stock in any of the big box stores like Target or Walmart, but yesterday GameStop had a bunch of sets, and they had the ETBs, which are those Elite Trainer boxes, like this, this guy. So they had this, but they had the Perfect Order one, which has Zygarde on the front. And this retails from the Pokemon store, i.e. like Pokemon Center, like Nintendo, whoever you want to accuse of selling these. These retail for $49.99 if you get them from the vending machine. That's retail to me. That is, here is what we are selling it for as a company to redistribute. That is MSRP retail, $49.99. So GameStop had this for $79.99. Now, the thing about that is, all of this is based off of packs. In an ETB, you get 9 packs. And so if you go by the loose pack price, they were selling these loose packs for $7. So 7 by 9 is 63. Plus you get, you know, the extra stuff, the sleeves, the coin, the booster, you know, like the promos. You get that stuff too. So they're upcharging you another $17, say, right? So they're saying at base, the cheapest I could ever let this go to you is $60, $63 or so, just based off of the pack price that we're selling. And so they mark it up from there, and it winds up being almost, it's $80. It's $79.99. I feel bad for the children too. And this is me. I'm there with my dink ass, just like, I can buy this shit if I want to. There's no pressing need for me not to, right? Like, I just do it. And to me, I'm looking at this GameStop situation. I'm like, oh, this is meant to appeal to me. This is meant to appeal to the person who's been frustrated that they can't find it for less than scalper prices. And, you know, it's a compromise between scalpers and retail, which is annoying. Really annoying to me. But they had these loose packs, and they had a buy limit of 2. And I was like, okay, I'll just grab 2 loose packs. I haven't seen any in ages. I haven't seen any Perfect Order at all. So I bought in on that. But to me, it's sort of endemic of like, I don't know. They're cutting in scalpers out of the chain. Yeah, they're scalping to scalpers, basically. They don't have any overhead. They just get the product brand new. They don't have to resell it. They're buying it direct for whatever MSRP is for them. Like retail direct to them is probably like $40 or something, or $43 or something. And instead of, eating, instead of getting their $8 or $7 of profit, they're doubling it. But no, it is meant to appeal to me, because the reason that shit is in stock is because it's at mid scalp prices. The scalpers aren't interested because they can't buy it and resell it, but like, it's still rewarding the wrong type of pressures. It's so annoying. And I've had really negative experiences the last couple times I went to the vending machines myself. And maybe it's because of how I hope it's not because of how I present, but I had some really aggressive dudes the last couple times I interacted with those machines, like, slink out from the corner and start, like, hounding me about it. And really, it's kind of put me off the whole thing altogether. Yesterday was like, I was like, I have like these 10 packs. We can get a couple more. We'll open them up and we'll see how I feel about it afterwards. But like, the interactions I've had around those machines lately has been, to say it's been off-putting is like an understatement. It feels unsafe. And I've seen like grown men sitting at the machines waiting for the 37 something items they've cleaned out of it with a glitch. Just standing there, like, no shame. And while the incentive, like the immediate motive there, at least for me, is to get angry, I can't get angry. Like, who am I getting angry on behalf of? Like, it's really just like this nebulous, like, kid that might be into Pokemon, but really, I don't know that any kids are into this Pokemon trading card game. It kind of just seems like adults at this point. And any kid would just be shut out of it. Because who the fuck, like, what kind of parent is going to navigate this shit? It really just seems to me like it's a bunch of fucking, I don't know, like, scalpers trading each other. I don't know sometimes. There are some earnest fans out there who collect. Like, obviously, I feel like I'm one of them. I just want the pretty cards. And maybe I'm a bit on my soapbox right now, but there was like there's one of these Pokemon card machines in a grocery store, and I actually decided I was going to make a bit of the trip, and I got like a couple things to have for lunch while I was there. And, I walked around the store and I was like, it'd be cool if the machine has something on my way out. And on my way out of the store, after I checked out and I had my little bag with me and I'm just stepping out, I'm just walking up casually to the machine. I get to the screen and I see that it's recently been activated. And I was like, oh, darn. I kind of touched it and scrolled up and down, and I turned to walk away. And just beyond the vending machine, there's this sort of blind corner where the store, I think, usually stores like dollies and a couple like cones and wet floor signs and a couple other things for like near the entryway. And this it's a little bit dark, and this dude just sort of like leans around the corner of the machine and cranes his neck to look at the screen, and he just like scoffs. He's like, oh. And in that moment, like, I knew why he was upset. It was because he's trying to reset the machine, and the fact that I've touched the screen means it's now going to wait another 90 seconds. It reset the 90-second timer or whatever before you can touch the screen again and make it do its thing. But like, to me, it's like, do I want to plant my flag here and give this guy what for? Do I really want to? Is he going to learn anything from that? But at the same time, it makes me feel fucking awkward because I don't know. I don't want to have to approach these machines like I'm defusing a bomb. I shouldn't have to assume that there's some dipshit farming lockouts on the machine nearby. Like, the screen was disturbed recently and I just want to look at what the machine even has in stock. God for fucking bid. There's some invisible rule you don't know because this 24-year-old with no job hasn't informed you of it. It sucks to occupy the same space as them. It does. It sucks the life out of it for me because I'm like, you know, my interest in this is in some way indirectly or directly or whatever fueling this person, like in their whole situation. Me sitting here streaming, I mean, not even in the right category. Like I should just be in like just chatting or something right now. Chat for a bit. But like me being on here, opening Pokemon, having their logo on the screen, talking about the cards, it feeds into the hobby, you know? Like it feels like, you know, I'm contributing to interest in it. And in some way, shape, or form, that comes back to Mr. Scalper, who, I don't know, he sits in the corner of a grocery store all day, touching a machine so that he can buy something for $50, take it and sell it online for $110. Like that's the sum total of the situation. He's hoping that an ETB shows up in the machine that he can buy for $49.99 and then take to like Amazon or eBay or something and resell it for ideally $120. And that would be at like peak for these. They ride these little ebbs and flows of dollar fluctuations in this fucking shit ass market. In some ways, we lost the art of public shaming people for poor behavior, myself included. I'm very non-confrontational. I feel like it's a survival strategy in this country to be non-confrontational. I don't like pissing off random people in this country because some of them just have access to killing tools. Actually, most of them just have access to just a killing tool. You can go to the killing tool store and buy a killing tool and have a killing tool license. Even in places where the rules are pretty strict about killing tools, you can still go to the killing tool store and get a killing tool license and buy a killing tool. Like that's the country we live in. So do you want to piss off random people about a fucking children's card game? No, I don't. I don't want to confront them about it. Am I confronting them on behalf of like myself? Not really. Like, do I care that much about this? No, I'm just having fun opening cards. My interest in this is I touched the machine and there were no cards in it, so I'm a little sad face. And that's it. The machine has my little treats. That's it. That's it. That's my interest in the situation. And it pisses me off that most of the time the machine has no treats because some fucking man-child has emptied it. Or has sat on it like the goddamn weird ass Grinch or something, like the fucking corner of the grocery store Grinch sitting in the corner of the dank pit where a musty sign has sat, touching his phone and talking to Discord while every 90 seconds craning his neck around the corner and touching the screen looking to see if there's retail priced TCG cards. I like to think of it as holding people to a higher standard. My thing about standards, and I guess I can open a pack while we do this. I'm saving... No, we can do Iono. We'll open Iono next. My thing about public shaming and all that is just that I don't think it works, and I think that it winds up being weaponized by... So, public shaming only works against people who have shame. Follow me with me on this one, okay? So, if public shaming only works on people who have shame, then it'll be weaponized against people who have shame. Right? You following with me here? So what winds up happening is it's a tool of the bullies. Is shame winds up being like, oh, you're cringe, or let's look at this cringer, and make fun of them for enjoying things. That's what winds up being public shame, because when you try to publicly shame somebody for doing the wrong thing, or not having morals, or you know, being a piece of shit, you're basically screaming into the void. They've already beaten themselves up as much as possible. They hate themselves. That's why they've already debased themselves. You're basically like, it's like arguing with somebody in the Italian food subreddit, and then you click into their profile and find out that they like to eat ass recreationally. You're not going to make any ground trying to shame somebody who has no function to feel shame. You're thinking from the grounds of a rational person who would feel shame. And that's why you're not the person sitting there in the corner of a grocery store farming Pokemon cards, right? Because you have shame. So the shame is already intrinsic to the situation, right? The debasement is intrinsic to the situation. Sitting in a dank corner, hiding from employees, cameras, other people, the public eye, that already tells me he is aware of the shame and he's only sort of guarding from it. He's not really like afraid of it, right? He's just sort of deflecting as much of it as possible. And there's a sort of level of it where it may no longer be worth it to him, but we haven't reached that yet. And that level is sort of monetarily decided. You know what I mean? You can stop me anytime. You got me on a soapbox. I'm sorry. LeChonk is here though. And once the camera stops wobbling, I will move on. The reward's too great. Yeah, that's basically it. Is that, you know, everybody has a price, and for some people the price is pretty low. You know, and maybe it escalated over time, right? Like I could see a situation where if I were really hard up and just probably sick of fucking driving DoorDash, and I, you know, like, or maybe it's in tandem with something like DoorDash where along your route, you know where these Pokemon machines are and you swing by and you grab an ETB every now and then. And when you get home, you have a few of them and you throw them up on Amazon, and it's like an extra, you know, a little bit of spending money. It gets you to rent the next month or something. But I don't think that's actually the bleeding heart case. I think most of the time these are just fucking juicer dropshipper types who don't have a job and don't aspire to have one. And they found an easy money sink. They found an easy way to double their money that was pretty consistent for the early game and now no longer is. And they're hoping that the early buy-ins are hoping that like keeping the hype up will keep their stocks of old shit high value and make them Bitcoin thousandaires or something. I don't know, man. I don't follow it that far. En's Joltik is kind of cute. I don't know what a Larvesta is, but I like his energy. He's got pretty good energy. Oh my god, I love this Metapod. Look at him. Oh, I like that. I like the like modern type painting. He is cube. He's super flat. Pangoro, huh? Him style. Ends PP? Ends PP? Up? Remoraid. I like Remoraid. Oh. Look at that. That's pretty. I like that one a lot. Let's see what's behind it though. Scarda. That's very underwhelming. You're a furry. Let's go back to this. I don't want to hold on to that too long. Hold on. This might be one of the best cards I've gotten. This is so pretty. I really like ice types. Like you know what I mean. Like I like the ice, like that ice. $161 out of 159. Here we have it. It. $161 out of 159. $20. That's kind of cool. That's a very pretty card. It's got sparkles too. Good condition. It's in excellent condition. It's in mint condition. Condition's like new. I don't know about N's PP up, but N's PP up got us, got something. That's like really inappropriate. PSA 10 is $200. That's kind of cool. Not going to get a PSA 10 because it's all. I don't know what makes it ends. I guess it just works on ends Pokemon. You want to do another day of the store? Let's do another day of the store.
Hey,
Shut up.
it's ad time.
It's not ad time. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh, we unlocked something terrible. Hang on a sec. All right. Hey, Benjamin, clock in and get to putting the movies away. Thanks. I think we're going to have to make a new section for Western movies, but should I do an end cap? Should we just bring Christmas all together here and maybe add more Christmas? Let me stop the music for a sec. Let's see what we got in the store. I think we should get we get a random 10 box of Western movies. We'll buy a bad Western movie, for sure. We'll buy an okay Western movie. We'll buy whatever Western is available. How about that? We could do police, adult, and Western. And then I could put a second, like, skinny Christmas shelf here. Probably. Let's see what kind of shelves we could put. It could be, well, it could be thin. I do a thin one. How many? How does this fit here? Like that? How does one of these fit here? Is it? Oh, it would. Okay, we're gonna do a whole shelf then. We'll do a double shelf for Christmas. That's fine. We'll have a feature. We'll have double feature shelves. Fine. Fine if it's a little janky. And we customize it. We make it look like this. Christmas, what are we doing for Christmas? Just plain wood? Just like that. I mean, I guess that fits. We could do green and red with that. Right? And then can I put like the gifts here? Got all those. We put all these on this shelf. There we go. And let's go grab the Western movies. And can we open the store? Can you put away movies? Why are you not putting things away? Like, oh, this is gonna be annoying. These kind of are orangish, I guess. We have, I guess it looks different enough from comedy. It's like a macaroni orange yellow. I'm still gonna fuck it up. We make this shelf orange? Oh, fuck. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'm talking about Pokemon and thinking about it, and it's just like, yeah, I was really put off by the behavior of just... I don't even know if they're fans. There's not really a fan of the fucking game or anything. It's like a weirdo. It's just a weirdo. And I had a couple other instances, too, where, like, just touching the machine would have somebody, like, emerge from nearby and get, like, complain. I had one guy who was like, what the fuck, man? And I was like, I really don't care. It's just, I said straight up, I don't care. Whatever your grievance is, I don't care. It's a vending machine. I don't know how to respond to a grown-ass adult crashing out of a vending machine. And yeah, I just feel bad for the kids at the end of the day. That's really what it is like, I feel bad for anybody, not just the kids, not even just the kids. I don't think we have to crutch on the kids. I hate when things crutch on the kids. What I feel bad for is anybody who actually wants to enjoy the thing, who actually just wants to purchase the thing to collect it. I feel bad for anybody in that situation, and I say that firsthand. I get annoyed at this shit. Even just trying to, like, get a reasonable amount. It's not like I have infinite money for this shit. It's not even like I have a lot of money for this shit. Just like a little tidbit. I used to just like have an allowance that I would spend on this, and that's kind of what I was doing, is like just giving myself an allowance to spend on dumb shit. And like not even that is permitted by modern fucking... Yeah, just trying to buy some Pokemon cards, dude. That's really all it is. So I'm just trying to fucking play some fucking shit. Just trying to just play a thing and have fun. Can't even do that. Oh, we're gonna have a million copies of Mad Max in the way. But, you know, I don't want to turn it into a gripe fest either. I think that, like... Obviously, it's just a consistent thing with Nintendo. That's just how their stuff works. But, you know, is what it is. Speaking of Nintendo, though, talk about going to Nintendo World? Did I guess I did talk about the New York trip, but, like, Nintendo World itself was a bit of an enigma to me. It's like, I don't really... I don't understand who put the store together, is kind of what I'm saying. It makes more sense in the context of Times Square in general, or just like Manhattan, just like lower Manhattan, where like every sort of capitalist like niche, every sort of want, desire, oh, that would be cute if I had a X, Y, or Z. All of that is just satisfied, right? And the Nintendo store is sort of no different in that they have like little segments of the store sliced up into each potential sort of Nintendo niche interest, with obviously some of the sections being bigger than others. Like a whole big chunk of the main floor is dedicated to just Animal Crossing and Animal Crossing merch, right? And, you know, that's all well and good, but to me it's interesting when like there's even a little tiny section for, say, Metroid or any other thing. I mean, I got Animal Crossing. They're not pajamas. It's like a sweatshirt and sweatpants. I'm big into that kind of stuff. It's super cute. But like, I don't know. It's just, to me, like the store was designed to like sell Switch 2s. It's so strange. Because it doesn't really do that very well. Let's do one more day, Benjamin. Alright, it's the first day of the holidays. Anything I need to buy? Everything in stock? Empty. $26. I'm trying to think of something positive to talk about, and I'm trying to take my mind off of the fucking Demon Slayer movie we just watched, because I don't know if I have anything positive to really say about it aside from like the fights were pretty. The fights were pretty. A doghouse love letter.
Wow.
Ah, giant fish right in my face.
Guys, I don't think your elevator goes to the top floor.
If you ask me, I think she wanted to
I'm gonna die in a Godzilla suit.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be like... I feel like I'm being overly harsh sometimes, and I have to hold back a bit. I don't know. Am I being too mean to that movie? Is there really... Benjamin! Fuck. But it feels like I'm being contrarian, because there really isn't anything super wrong with it. And maybe it's just sort of like... Maybe I just never gave it a shot. Maybe I'm just not giving it a fair chance. Maybe the problem is me. Maybe I'm just gaslighting myself into thinking that I'm the reason that movie was fucking boring. Oops. You haven't seen it? No, I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't hate it. It has a lot of, like...
Yeah, look at this bimbo. It's gotta be an anime store.
To me, some of the stuff in Demon Slayer... Is he stepbrothers for the first time yesterday? Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Go after? He looks like a space werewolf kind of guy. Yeah, I mean... Quality product, maybe just not the product for you. I don't know if that's it, though. I feel like a lot of my criticisms of Demon Slayer as a property are sort of like criticisms of what gets accepted as sort of like top quality modern media. But then I feel even more like I'm just being a fucking contrarian, sardonic piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Is like, I have some meta commentary about how we sort of just accept that stories are nonsense vehicles to get between the hype fights. Like you know what I mean? Is like we don't really care too much about the way the story is structured in between, because really it's just more about getting to where we're going with the thing. That's kind of what Demon Slayer feels like for me. It is like we kind of like... Maybe that's mean too, is because some of it has hit home for me. Some of the stuff that's happened in like the anime. Could I get a good movie? Has hit home with me, and I do like it, but then it just keeps playing at it and playing at it and playing at it, the same note over and over and over again. I don't know. I feel like... I feel like some of what the problem is just that maybe Shonen Jump anime is compromised product. I don't feel like it's possible to keep up with writing a coherent story week to week, and I've said that before. It just doesn't lend itself to success. You're kind of just like self-sabotaging.
Ooh.
It's like a challenge run, right? It's like writing like a... It's like a YouTube challenge. It's like I ate at every, you know... rainforest cafe in America, and like there's no reason to do that. It doesn't make the food taste better.
Whoa.
Or worse. Well, maybe it does make it taste worse. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like writing a shonen manga is like writing with a challenge It's like writing I'm gonna write, but I have to update the story every week, and I'm doing it by looking at popularity poll scores for all of my characters and the various volumes that have come out recently, and I'm trying to calibrate what I think people will like on a 3-week delay based off of what they voted on 3 weeks ago, because that's how long it takes to tally up the votes at some points in time for Shonen Jump. Like, could you imagine your manga is floundering, you're in the bottom ranks overall, you know that, like, cancellation is looming, and most recently your highest charting volume was, or your highest charting chapter was, like, 5 weeks ago. You did, like, a one-off, like, just like a battle chapter where, like, your character, your usual comedy characters are fighting one another, and that ranked, like, 6th place out of 12. So you, like, that was like your peak, and then you just, like, you're like, I'm gonna just start drawing a battle manga now, and it's like that decided your whole fate of your manga going forward. Just as many more try to, like, make the pivot to something else because what they were doing isn't working, and that doesn't work either. Like, it makes everything worse. It's a compromised product. By that is what I mean. It's sort of like, it's always written under duress. Under time constraints. Under stress of editing. Under feedback from fans. Under... Oh my god. Did she just crash out and throw movies in the ground? I wish I could tell those people to get the fuck out of my store. I already used my Terminate arc up the series. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's running through the motions. The editor's like, I don't know, do you want to do a tournament? Or not the sign here. Dude, you're standing right next to the science fiction film. $32 and $36. Nice. But it's like, you know, is that the best way to write a story? No. And it bears out all the time in terms of, like, oh, it doesn't look like they planned very far ahead, or they have planned far ahead, and once they're sort of into stride, they flounder because they're like, they have a beginning plan and an ending plan, and they don't know what to do to sustain for weeks, years, months, whatever, however long it's going to be that they need to sustain for, right? Because that's, like, the goal, is for them to have a job. They want to have, excuse me, they want to be gainfully employed drawing manga. They don't want to have to start over again. So, you know what I mean? It's like, once you have your success cemented, how do you balance keeping a story running versus keeping a job?
Hey.
Ratings are dropping quick. We need a beach episode. Well, you joke, but that's literally how it works. They'll keep track of character polls. Character, like a lot of Shonen Jump manga run character polls. Like, every year or every few months or whatever, they'll take a poll and see who the most popular characters are. Do you think that's innocuous just for funsies? No, it's feedback. They want to feature that character on merch. They want to have that character. Now, they'll swear up and down that this doesn't happen, but they'll have that character feature more in chapters, too. They'll show up more in the background. They'll show up more in various arcs. They'll get feature moments. You know, stuff is decided based off of those fucking character polls like you wouldn't believe. Never mind, keep working. Is this a titty day? No. Close up. Another solid day. Another $440 day. Not bad. Not bad at all. Do you want to open up Pokemon cards? Let's open up Pokemon cards. Day 26, the holidays. Hold up. Let's see what we got for sale first. Market. Those. Do we got any? We can buy a few more Westerns. Western. Western. Bro, what? 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 Why the fuck are Naruto 164 and 165? I don't know, man. I wasn't keeping that shit organized. I didn't think I would use it ever again. I was downloading it to watch once. I remember sitting in my air-conditioned bedroom, downloading anime to watch once, and talk about an IRC with some friends, and that's it. That's how I spent my college years. Like, that's really it. I don't remember doing much else. Hey, could you start putting stuff away? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really organized back then. I'm still not now, and surprise, surprise, that extended to how I kept things in that folder, because I was just one and doneing it. I was just downloading it and probably stopping it right after that. Okay. Is there anything else we can buy? Are we just saving for expansions? Isn't Bleach also kind of Naruto? They're pretty much the same thing. And that's also the thing. Is, both of those would have been fan sub by Datei.io fan subs. DB is how they would show up. They were the most consistent fan subbers in the game. And it's because the way things worked back then is basically like whoever got their subs out first were the winners. And they got all the clout. And people would join their IRC channels and hang out on their websites and forums and all that stuff, right? Like, because you're the place where the anime is. And so, you know, the most popular anime obviously attracted the most efficient fan subbers. They were like lethally efficient. They got that shit done within hours of it being out. Usually, like you could measure the time in effectively minutes. Like within like an hour, sometimes two. They'd have professional like subtitles put together. Sometimes it was kind of crazy. They started getting like advanced copies of things sometimes. Like, you know, this is where like a lot of these guys went on to make, you know, jobs of it at Crunchyroll. Do I want to buy the tiny expansion or should I just save? Where does this even come off of? This has to be, so office, we come out here. This goes down here where the arcade is. And then there's a smaller room off the side. Is this where we would hide like titty films? Like, what would you use this closet for? What could possibly be in here? Yeah, this is the titty film room. What's up, Tetsuro? How's it going? That's kind of funny. There's doors and everything. Can I customize the doors? This feels like a room that needs just wood panel wall to wall. How do I change just the rim here, though? Is that controlled by this? What, saloon? Yeah, titty films. You know, titty films. Maybe we need, like, really dingy looking... Oh, hold up. This gross, like, McDonald's tile? That's perfect. Are you kidding me? I hope whoever that was left a message. I don't really care if they didn't, though. Look at how gross this is. It's perfect. Oh my god. Hold on. Should I make the corners wood, though? That kind of looks really extra gross. I love that. Bathroom stall. Yeah, McDonald's bathroom. I love that for us. Look at that. Oh, such excellent work. Hold on. I should turn on the music again. Sorry. Okay, so what I really need to know at this point in time is, also, how's it going, Tetsura? How you doing? Wait a minute. I haven't been on Final Fantasy in a while. Hopefully all is well there if you're still playing it. Let's use this. This is gross. Backroom's looking ass. Oh, yes. Maybe we make it like a... No, we do this. We do that for sure. Do patch out? Oh, yeah, cool. The green tile gives dive bar when you get a sad handy. FanFest is next weekend. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Doctor's appointment in the morning. I hope that goes well. I have some doctor's appointments coming up too, so hopefully yours, hopefully yours goes well. They usually do. They usually do. We'll just put it that way. 7.5 comes out, I think, Tuesday. That's cool. Are you going to the FanFest? That's kind of cool if you are. I mean, it's kind of cool if you aren't, too. I'm going to let Benjamin put away movies. While he does that, we're going to switch over and do the other thing we're doing tonight, which is... Yeah, you wish. Yeah, I'd go. You know, if it were convenient, I would go. Is it in Vegas again? Do they always do it in Vegas? Iron Mouse is going to be guest speaker. Oh my god. I don't even know how to process that. In Anaheim? That's cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah, if it were like super convenient, I would go. I don't know if I could justify... Because I don't really play the game anymore. I think the moment has passed for me, and I'm not going to like bad talk the game. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh, the game is boring now, or oh, the game has changed. I feel like that's valid, but to me, it's just more like I think that my time has passed with that game. Conveniently schedule your doctor's appointment for the middle of the day just by taking you the whole morning and the whole afternoon off his sick time. That's exactly true. 100% true. And yeah, we got some Pokemon cards here. I have packs. We've been talking about how I acquired them, but they're just like loose packs that I got from vending machines and game shops and such. We're going to open them because we like the pretty pictures, especially Ivysaur. Look at the boy Ivysaur. Oh my god, he's so cute. It looks like a garden statue. A lot of people didn't like Dawn Trail. I don't know if Dawn Trail really put me off. I wasn't playing before Dawn Trail either. The exact moment I stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV is the very immediate last cutscene at the end of Endwalker's original main story quest. Like the whatever 6.0 or whatever you call that. Whatever that was. I don't know which point. But just Endwalker was where I canonically stopped playing that game. I didn't play any of the post-patch content for Endwalker. Didn't really like care that much. And it was just because I felt like it was a beautiful end to the game. I felt like I paid my entry fee and I got to play the expansion where the game ended. Like I finally got my closure on sort of the loop of the game. The whole experience had a beginning, a middle, and ending. I had my time with it. I have really great memories and great times that I wouldn't trade anything for. But at the same time, the same thing over and over again can only go so far. And I see people finding the game new and they have this sort of joy to it that I don't think I could ever extract from it again, where like everything to them is new and they have like 14 years of content to look into and figure out. And to me, everything they add is just iterative upon those sort of things. You know, it's not like it's a bad thing, but to me, it's not new. To me, it's just something that I've been through before. And that's okay. That's okay. I can just say, hey, it's not for me anymore. I'm bored. No story hook. They're too afraid to deviate from the Stormblood pattern. I mean, story hook or not, they kind of said to themselves that, like, they don't want to raise the stakes that way anymore. And I think that that's a mistake. What I really think they mean to say is that they don't want to make a live service game that goes on forever. But they have to, so they're going to. You know what I mean? I like this Onyx. It's very painterly. Storyline got bad. There wasn't much left for me. I mean, to me, that game was, I don't know, a dress-up game, primarily. I like dressing up my cat girl. Yeah, that's smacks to jounce. And OGP Zelda is, or was, Zenio Plenty for years. And to Scorch. Young Goose. Oh, we got Helioptile with the full art. Look at the stars. Oh my god. That's pretty. I don't know this guy too well, but he's very pretty. I like this card. Very cute card. We got Cinderace. Basic energy. You said if I didn't have a mansion to worry about, I probably already would have. Yeah, that's the trap. I actually let my house lapse, I think. I just realized that I didn't care anymore. I took some pictures of it and I had the screenshots, but like I don't need to keep the house up. I have my time. It's not like I can leave a permanent mark on the game or something. It's just like whatever, right? I'm not going to get guilted into paying the game $150 a year. Keep a house. Like a little ridiculous, you know? I really want to open this guy next. I mean, like, a lot of that game for me was in the novelty of it. Early on, they added a lot of new features. Actually, that's all they could do, because there wasn't anything to, like, really iterate upon yet. Like, the game was so barren that when they added Binding Coil of Bahamut, it was such a big deal. People were camped out in that northern Thanalan zone just to make groups to get inside because there wasn't a party finder. And everybody wanted a bard because, like, hush hush, don't tell anybody, bards were broken. Go from Bleach 62 to Bleach 99. Well, what happened in between those two episodes? That sounds like the end of the Soul Society arc and the beginning of the Bounto arc. There's a bunch of garbage in between there. Larvesta. Mankey? I like Mankey. Mankey is an honest man's Pokemon. Honest Pokemon right there. Just a straight up fighting type. He's gonna punch you. Execute. Very cute. PTCCPI. You know, is that the mobile game? I stopped playing it because I realized I wasn't enjoying the act of having digital cards. I wanted real cards. But like I still feel the compulsion to run it. Oh hey, Altaria. And I don't judge you for doing so. Like, I'm just saying, you're mostly in a TG. Your friend got you into it. Yeah, it's fun. It's casual fun. I like that they give you enough money in, like, in-game points to sort of get a pack every day. It's nice. You're right back. Bounce back with dinner. Nice. Tell mom we said hi. That's a very pretty Dialga. I didn't even recognize it as Dialga. Can we get... Hope dinner's good. You know, Can't make sense of it? What? What can't you make sense of? Not gonna try what? Your episodes? You know, I keep thinking to myself, not related to you or trying to sort the anime episodes, but everything that everybody told me about how much ear piercings would or would not hurt led me to believe that this would be way more difficult and that I wouldn't be able to just wear my headphones like normal, but I can, and I just keep forgetting that I even have them pierced. It's kind of like annoying in that way. I'm like, I adjusted them just now and I caught the cup on one of the earrings and I was like, oh, that should have probably hurt more if I were in any pain, but it doesn't hurt at all. We're only out from when I got them, and don't be afraid. They didn't even hurt at first. Like, I didn't even lose any sleep over them hurting. Like, and I sleep on my side, you know. I was like, huh, this isn't so bad at all. We're going to say Charizard and Lily for last. We can do one more of these. Nope, just a problem child with medals. Yeah, I think you just have a unique problem. You just have a unique set of problems. We're going to open this one. The Kangaskhan Mega Evolution. But yeah, no, they don't bother me at all. Really thrilled with them. I love catching them in the mirror. I don't know. Maybe that's just... This. Spoink. It's a proper spoink. He's very round. Is this the one that dies if it doesn't get to bounce? If it doesn't bounce, it dies. Its heart stops or something? Why would you add that detail? Is it just to justify why it always bounces and people let it bounce? That might be why. We got Electrike. I like this guy because he's a dog and his evolved form is just more electric dog. He's a little weird looking, but it's fine. Sobble. Very cute. Just like all the other cute tadpole Pokemon. Oops, I grabbed Toxicroak too. Grumpig. That's so many words, Grumpig. Nobody's going to read all that shit. Once during your turn when you play this... Yeah, not reading that. Not reading that. Latios. Jets. I don't know about Latios. I don't know anything about those. Repel. Know plenty about that. That's a very just solid Magnemite. That's just a very honest looking Magnemite. He's just Magnemiting. He's just there. That's just a Magnemite. Oh my goodness, what a pretty full art. Look at that. Houndstone. Oh, I love the thick line work. There it is, yeah. Arai Kiriko. Did the apples, yep. It's a pretty card. Jackie got a pizza. Nice. Mom brought pizza. Excellent. Just in time for the full art card. We got a full art gold star. Super pretty card. That's 3 full arts out of like 5 packs or 6 packs so far. We'll set that one aside. Got Meganium behind it. $7. Nice. Meganium, very proud. I liked Meganium. I didn't mind Meganium. I just didn't like looking at Meganium from behind. Oh, the basic energy kind of matches my nails.
Let go of everything you think to be true.
Those kind of, yeah, they're kind of similar shades. It depends on which part of the shade you're going for.
Relax the mind and ask the question.
So just like that, we're down to the last 4 packs.
Reality is.
A Pikachu. We have a perfect order. We got Phantasmal Flames, Charizard, and we got Lily here from Journey Together. So we have a good spread. We have Surging Sparks, perfect order, Phantasmal Flames. One of each of those. Newer gens you're not familiar with? Yeah, he's probably from, I think probably from Sword and Shield. Supposed to be having a new set out this weekend, next weekend. Interesting. Interesting. Let's, what do you say we check in on the store and see how Benjamin's doing? Looks like he's cleaned up the shelf here. Yeah, you wanna, why don't you work check out, yeah? We'll open the store. Didn't go over all the decor either. We have 'Tis the Foot season here. Just a picture that was too great to pass up. I put a nice neon sign above this, keep it nice and lit up. We have my favorite movie title that I've found so far. Wizard Gang Assault. Oh. I've never really got into Magic the Gathering, and I think it's just because, like, I usually have this hang up about sort of like solved games. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Magic the Gathering is necessarily solved, but a lot of people are putting a lot more time into it than I could ever, and it just kind of puts me off of it. I used to play some online TCGs. I can't remember what that one was called. Altiel or something like that I used to play. There's another one I played too. But I'm no stranger to just, like, you know, playing random matches of TCG games. Oh.
Oh.
Good adult film? There you go. Bloop. Yummy flesh. A lot of people are upset about MTG in recent years since they're doing all the Universes Beyond nowadays. They're focusing on Commander, which I like Commander personally, but they're saying MTG is turning into a Fortnite of card games. MTG is fun casually while people are playing from boosters, but there's always someone who wants to up the ante and starts buying singles, putting together meta deck. That's exactly what I'm referring to. It would remind me of when I used to play these online TCG games. And all I'm doing in that game, and all I ever want to do in any sort of puzzle game or strategy game or anything along those lines, is I just want to sit down and try and figure it out myself. I just want to try and figure it out myself. I just want to see what solutions I can figure out on my own, see what kind of ideas I can come up with on my own. I don't want to sit there reading a guide and putting together somebody else's deck and playing with somebody else's logic and somebody else's thinking. I can't do that. It sucks all the fun out of it for me if I'm forced to do that. And so, you know, if I'm in the mood for that type of experience, I'll just play like World of Warcraft and read Icy Veins or whatever, Elitist Jerks or whatever it was at the time, and let them tell me how to play my job. But when I'm playing like a card game, I just want to put together a damn deck and play against people. And, you know, when other people are doing exactly that, when other people are just sitting down and trying to figure shit out on their own and playing me head to head in that regard, I find that I usually do pretty well, and I have a lot of fun, and everybody usually has a lot of fun. There's a lot of close matches and things like that, you know? When I'm playing just other regular people, other mortal human beings, it winds up being pretty fun for me, and I think even when I lose, I have fun. And to me, like, getting steamrolled by somebody else's meta build that they found in a Discord, I don't really have any joy in that. I really don't have any joy in picking somebody else's solution up and exercising it. And I don't know. If I, like I said, I was going to do that, I'd do that in a different type of game entirely. What do you want? Adult movie? Yeah, you're going to wait a sec, bro. But I feel like that's the case in most games, by the way. Like, I think a lot of live service games, they're the peak of their experience is the first 2 weeks before everybody figures out every damn thing about the game. Remember Arc Raiders, what a flash in the pan that was? And people will be like, oh, everybody got tired of that real fast. No, the game got figured out. All the wonder was gone. And so the main appeal of it, where, like, you don't know what's going to happen in any given round, it's gone. Because everybody knows how they want to behave in a round of Arc Raiders when you're 4 months into the game. You know? Limited formats might be better for that I mode, but you still have a meta for individual sets unless it's like Chaos Draft. Yeah, you're encountering somebody who then will game outside the system and learn all the meta interactions of the booster packs that you're working with. Actually, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just have knowledge of the game. Person tricked me digging my cards out and playing with them a couple of years back. Immediately was milled 30 cards and never played again. That's kind of what I mean. Is the desire to win is too great, and it corrupts the whole process. Had a vintage cube event, but there was a one-off thing. Yeah, and to me, like, the ideal situation for that is like to get that experience online anyway, where like I can just have a pool of people who play the game as often and frequently as I do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the ideal situation. And what I was getting at earlier with the live service games is true too. Like, those games are best when they first come out, when they first are being experienced before everybody understands everything about the game. Think about, like, Lethal Company. Lethal Company is a great example of this, where, like, you know, people had so much fun with Lethal Company, and it was really, 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 really fun until everybody figured out all the encounters, and there was no novelty to it anymore because, you know, you knew how the coil head worked, and you knew how this, that, or the other thing worked. There's no wonder to it, right? Like, people have figured it out. You have to fill it around when there's similar players are too. Yeah, no, that's true too. And I try to do a lot of that, and, like, skill-based matchmaking gets a lot of shit because it winds up getting you stuck with a lot of people who are at similar ranks as you, or at least similar investment as you, and it winds up making all of your matches into slogs. So maybe there is no perfect solution to this, but what I guess I'm saying is just that I don't like playing an information game where one of the people is treating it like an open book test, and now I have to too, and every single game is this experience where you have to have like a fucking Wikipedia page open.
Do it now.
Can't stand it anymore. A lot of people I know tend to play MTG on Tabletop Simulator, and you get a pre-con deck list to play against each other at their own list, of course. You have to say rule zero conversation, really going to set some expectations. Yeah. I think just there's differing opinions on what constitutes fun, and you start getting into selection bias situations where the only people you can get to play the game are hyper-invested people who have some lingering obsession with the game. You know what I mean? Like a lot of low population games have that problem. I remember Fractured Space, this old, well, it's not, I guess it's old by this point. It's like a decade ago we played it, but it was this MOBA set in space, and by the end it had a population of like 1,100 people. So the only people you're playing with are tryhards, and so anybody new to the game is getting dumped in with the 1,100 tryhards in the pool, and not having a great time, and probably balking after that, you know?
Oh.
I don't know, I've always been more of a single-player game kind of guy. I mean, I find value in both things, and I feel like there's a hole in my life when I don't have some sort of multiplayer, or... And it's why I go back to Team Fortress 2 a lot. Like, I just want something I can go on and have an immersion experience. Just something where I don't really know what I'm gonna get. Something where I can feel like I'm talking to other human beings. I don't know. We'll always buy out your stock, bro. You got good stuff. I don't know. I like having like Apex Legends is a good just sort of standby. I like that game, but I like Team Fortress 2 more. I like that sort of sense of being on a server with a bunch of random people on the internet and just whatever the fuck they're up to, seeing how it's going. Like Minecraft is a good candidate for that kind of thing, but it skews too young. I want to talk to children. I want to play an old game with old people. Oh. I don't have enough kitty films for this room. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to put in this room right now. Oh, we're almost level 20. We're going to start today. We're going to get Benjamin putting away the movies. We're going to do the same deal. We'll open some Pokemon cards, and then we'll finish out the day. We'll hit level 20, and we'll be able to have 2 employees, and it's probably pretty much endgame. In the market, what do we got? Mixed, 15 mixed movies. Got it. Holiday movies in? Yeah, we could do that. Mean wallet, huh? What's up, Benji? You know what? That's fine, man. We could make it a holiday and adult section. I need to buy shells for it primarily, and those are kind of expensive. What we could do is, I have an idea. Hold on. Let's put these out. Cookie. This. We can't put out enough Christmas movies right now. People are crazy for them. Can't even get them out on the shelf before they take them. Need more comedy. They're also like a new release drought too. It kind of looks like there is. Yeah, we haven't had a new release since here. And I think Jurassic Park only has one more day. Yeah, Draconic Park only has one more day as a new release. So we're going to have a total new release drought soon. Which I guess is fine, right? Naughty or nice section. That is adorable. I love that. It's fantastic. I said I had an idea, and then I lost my idea. But I remembered my idea again. So what I was going to do is I was going to go in here, and I was going to buy thin movie show. I was gonna do it like saw the first Kill Bill. Oh, nice. I was gonna make it look like sad. I was gonna make it like disappointing in here. One VTuber I watched says comedy when referring to adult films. Huh. Comedy. I guess in some regards. Pretty funny. I wish we could get one of those spinner racks, like a DVD spinner rack, but we're gonna do this. Something like this. We could put a decoration in the middle. It has sex scenes in it. It has comedy. That's funny. Yeah, totally. It's got comedy. You know, it was really funny as a kid when my grandparents purchased the movie The Titanic on VHS for
Hey, it's ad time.
my parents to watch, and they didn't really want to, and so they just kind of left it out, and we're like, yeah, whatever, who cares. So I watched it on my own because it was like the movie of the moment, and I don't know, what was I, maybe 10 or something? Damn that that doesn't have some titty scenes in it. That definitely didn't strike as comedy back then. Yeah, it has comedy in it. It has comedy. That's like how it was referred to, though, in my presence at the time. Was like, oh, it has a racy scene in it. And I was like, well, it didn't have any racing. There weren't any cars. It was on a boat. I was like, I don't know. I have a very vivid memory of that. Her name's Koki. I've heard of Koki. I follow Koki. I know she hangs out with Meat. Koki is super sweet and extremely based too, because she posts on Blue Sky only. There's Titty and Titanic. Yeah, draw me like one of your French girls, and they had sex in the car. I guess there is a car. Yeah, you watch them a lot. Nice. Yeah, she's super sweet. Thank you for checking in, Chubbs.
Intercepts an emergency military transmission. She has to deal
We are
with
working
the
short-staffed
deadliest
today
situation.
because Benjamin called out. We got to get through this workday in order to open some more Pokemon cards.
Programmed to terminate its creator's
Yeah, I follow quite a few
Civil
VTubers
War
on this site.
toughest mission ever.
I don't know. I'm not going to say I watch everybody, but like Iron Mouse was definitely like my entryway to it.
Orgus 2.
Probably found Meat through Nyanners, and then definitely found Koki through Meat. Ever seen Titanic? Oh.
He and a fugitive girl is sought by the rebellion.
Well, one thing I'll say that I remember pretty vividly is that the VHS for the Titanic is actually 2 tapes. There's a point in the film where it's so long, the film is like 2.5 hours long, and there's a point in the film where they just go like, put in part 2. Why don't you say Nanners is one of my first VTubers since I already listened to her humorous VTuber covers, YouTuber covers of songs. I knew of Nanners from her previous work on YouTube, we'll put it that way, yes, for sure. So when I saw Nyanners was streaming with Iron Mouse one day a few years ago, like 2021, I think it was, I was like, all right, let's see what this VTuber shit is all about, because like I know it's Nyanners. I know who Nyanners is. And they're like, okay, so Nyanners is streaming as a cartoon cat girl? Sure, let's see what that's about. And then, like, you know, Iron Mouse and her are in a hot tub in hell, and the rest of that is history. I think I watched pretty much only Twitch after that. Like, I used to be a pretty big HoloLive YouTube type only watcher, and I didn't really venture into Twitch, but those two dragged me over, and I've been here ever since, and this is primarily where I watch most streamers. Not because I feel like it's a better website. I definitely don't think it's a better working situation. I think you kind of get screwed over no matter what you do. But really, it's just more that, like, I feel like the chat is more part of the experience on this website than on YouTube. The chat feels very disjointed in YouTube, and I don't know how to explain why it does, because I just, people don't feel like they have identities in the chat. Yeah, art imitating life, gotta work a whole day to open a pack of cards. Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I remember very vividly the very first stream I watched with Neanners and Iron Mouse over here. I like almost day and date. I know that was July 2021 or June 2021 because they were in a hot tub. Iron Mouse had her 3D bikini model that was hilarious as fuck. There are not enough tools on YouTube, both from a chatting and streaming side. I mean, YouTube is not intent on giving you that kind of customized process or sort of customized experience. They very much want to control the beginning to end sort of chatting experience and viewing experience on YouTube. Like YouTube wants control of that. And so I think that they're very, very reluctant to sort of give any of that control up that Twitch gave years ago, and maybe they view it as a mistake to have done so. I think he kind of liked Corone, though. He hates... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that led to be Shoujo at first. I don't know if you remember, aside for a while, you're just watching Nags or VR chess stuff, and then learned just Trey from that. Nice. You know, nowadays he hates most VTubers. He kind of liked Corone, though. That's funny. Combination of the delay to display, moderation, and the further reach resulting in huge audiences. Yes, a lot of YouTube chatters are just drive-bys. They're just people who are scrolling through on shorts. We can probably open the store once I get these out. I don't know what it is. I tend to trust people more when they use a VTuber avatar. At least in terms of, like, their entertainment. I don't know. I feel like once you're on camera, there's some more ego involved with it, but maybe that's just me being sanctimonious. I don't know. Most hollows don't want to go to Twitch because the YouTube's built-in moderation is so much better where Twitch is more manual. Yeah, that's exactly it. You don't get any really bad messages in YouTube, Twitch. People who type those types of things get just like instantly deleted and caught. It's super, super strict about that kind of thing. But also, like, chatters get ego here on Twitch, and you're sort of given that room to customize your appearance and experience and make yourself known in Twitch more as sort of like a name or a presence or a donor or somebody who interacts with the stream in a certain way or that kind of stuff. I don't know. None of that feels like it's present in a YouTube chat. I've been seeing Kiara stream on Twitch recently. Yeah, some of the Hololive girls do. And I think it's just to, like, sort of keep the muscle flexed as far as, like, I don't know if it's even really good business sense to have all your eggs in one basket, right? Like, you shouldn't have everybody only capable of streaming on YouTube. They should know how to do it on Twitch, too, and maintain a channel there so that fans of theirs who are established already follow them there in case they need to switch over, you know? Audience size. Yeah, maybe that's it too. The audience size plays into it. But even, I think that, like, we could talk about audience size in terms of, like, I've seen streams here on Twitch that have 2,000 viewers that still some of the chatters are presences and are made known or get called out for talking or saying certain things. I don't know. They feel like they're still more part of it here. Maybe it's like channel points or anything. I don't know. Do I need to restock this? I tell you what. I need to use the bathroom and I want to get a drink. And I'm going to do that before we start this day of work here. So we're going to take like a $5 and we'll come back. We'll do this day of sales in the store. And after that, We'll open the Pokemon cards and probably wrap up stream for the day. How about that? I need to start writing down things that I want to talk about because I definitely have ideas throughout the day. And then I get off track of things too. Like I was going to talk more about the Demon Slayer movie, I think, but I don't know how much more there is to even really say about it. It's still too fresh on the mind. Botan fully blossoms when drunk, huh? Have to check that out. Bebop is an annual rewatch for me. Although, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Shiri's Pikiri, hey, you know, I wish. God, I love women. Botan is good. Love the manga. Yuri Max, sold. Already sold. I got, I got a blue Gatorade. Blue Gatorade. Oh, actually, also sort of matches my nails. Coincidence? I think not. Elixir. Yeah, Elixir of the Gods. Light blue Gatorade is the best Gatorade. I wouldn't say I've stepped away from seasonal anime. I've been watching Vigilantes. I watched Vigilantes. I like that. But I haven't like picked up. Oh, I watched Nothing in Common. That was cute. It was a cute little rom-com show.
Oh.
Hey.
Nardo Gray in an Audi? Oh yeah, probably. I could see that.
Oh.
I actually use this new nail product. They're press-on UV nails, but they're actually designed not to be used with a UV lamp. They're designed to just use them under the sunlight. So you press them on, you turn them down, and then you just go outside or just hold them in the sunlight if you have a window next to you like I do. And they cure up pretty well. I like the look of them. They come in really nice colors. Super easy to put on. And for usually you can get them for like $9, maybe $8 on sale. But for that much, I could get 2 sets done, so I could do my hands twice. In with the sheets they give you. So honestly, I like it. Which is a shame because I do have a lot of nail polish itself, and this feels like a superior product to nail polish just in general. Personally, I worry a lot about like nail polish getting into like my food, like just chipping off and looking bad, being uneven, having bubbles in it. Yeah, it's Waldo. I don't even comment on Waldo anymore. He shows up every day. His shit is tired. It's like the fucking Elmo and Minnie Mouse in Times Square. I'm never gonna forget Times Square. The more and more I process Times Square, the more of a traumatic experience it was, I feel like. I really actually enjoyed my time in New York, and I'm really going to think back to that trip fondly, I think, but... You know. Times Square is just something else. You don't want to wear a diaper to the New Year ball drop? I can imagine Times Square as a place of many diapers. Even if you were to go there right now. Also, what's up, Sites? Like, if you had to shit and you were standing under the Times Square sign right now, tough fucking luck, dude. Nothing in New York has a public bathroom, and the places that do have bathrooms tend to have this like one shared like normal ass toilet for the whole restaurant. So everybody's trying to use the one shared just normal toilet in this just like closet. Can I suggest an adult film? Can you get real for a fucking second? I need to serve popcorn here. Maybe not enough diapers? Yeah, no, diaper might be like a good idea. Just like in New York in general. Site got off to go to New York. Not sure where all they went to. So for our trip, we stayed mostly in Brooklyn. And Manhattan, obviously, to go to like Times Square. But we stayed in Brooklyn. We visited a lot of Brooklyn. I had the most fun in Brooklyn. I really like Brooklyn. Brooklyn was cool. You still want an adult film, lady? That's fine. One sec. Look at all these perverts walking back here for titty films.
Wow.
Any good food? The best thing we had there was probably a sandwich we got from a random corner store in Brooklyn as we were walking around to the tattoo shop. I had like a just like a turkey club on a Kaiser roll. Or old, huh? We're not really fancy. I mean, like, you know, we did go to a place in the Olympic building called the Tartinery, where I had this like strawberry creme fraiche sourdough tart type thing, and it was fucking delicious. You lost your goldfish? You know what? That's so stupid that I don't care.
Hey.
Yeah, pink. Okay. Really busting my chops here asking for fucking candy. Fucking cotton candy. Freshly made. I'm working single staffed on a Saturday or whatever. This is classic GameStop right here. You're the key holder, quote unquote, very prestigious. It's Saturday. Your game advisor calls out. Maybe you had an SGA on if you were lucky. It doesn't matter. They called out. It was me. I was the SGA that called out. And tough shit. Work alone. Just needs more screaming. Yeah, there's nobody screaming. These people aren't complaining enough. Nobody's stealing anything. Yeah, you're paying it. Yeah, don't come back. We don't want you here. Like, oh no, nobody's gonna buy the 2 Christmas movies and 1 new release you just threw away? Yeah, we're gonna sell that in 3 seconds, lady.
Hey.
Don't come back. Cotton candy machines and Slurpees? No, they had, like, prepackaged shit, yeah. I mean, any kind of, like, food service going on in one of these places would be a nightmare. These places are filthy. SGA stood for Senior Game Advisor at GameStop. It was supposed to be like, you're a big boy, because Game Advisor was like their entry-level cashier generalist role. Like, you just worked the floor and the cashier and farm for like pre-orders. And SGA was just like, you did that pretty good. You did that good enough that you didn't get fired because you didn't stay like a Game Advisor. Buttery VHS covers for making popcorn. Every week some new one comes in. Yeah, no. Don't, oh my fucking god. But yeah, no, like at GameStop, you were a game advisor until you either graduated to key holder or quit. Imagine putting game advisor on your resume. Yeah, imagine. Just put sales associate. Just honestly put sales associate. I think. Nice hat, sir. I love your hat. Great taste in films, too. Just, the paladin is in for a treat and dripping on the hitchhiker. Just impeccable taste, sir. I love your tracksuit and headband and hairdo. Is that a mullet? Oh, 2 bottles. Daring. Okay. You must have company. 2 bottles and 3 titty films and your tracksuit. Just, you must be having a great day, sir. My cup, her desire, 2 ladies for 1 organ, and I don't even know what the other one was. I'm not going to pry any further. Please. Please, Mr. Flanders, leave me alone. ABK, MKB, and MP4 titles for 1 show. So, I need you to understand that at one point in time, the majority of my anime consumption was occurring on the PlayStation Portable 1000. I homebrewed and cracked the fuck out of mine as soon as I got it because I realized that the games were expensive and I didn't really want to play them anyway. And so I consumed entire series like Aria and Bleach and all sorts of things by converting them into PSP readable formats and writing them onto memory cards and just watching them wherever the fuck I was. College, the middle of nowhere, the trolley or bus terminal. Gurren Lagann would definitely have been one that I was watching in college. And I probably would have been very eager to watch the episodes, so I would have put them into whatever I could to watch them as soon as I could. Also, the problem with Gurren Lagann was that it had no consistent subgroup. Towards the end run, the very last episode, there was nobody subtitling it. The subtitles that I had were actually from somebody who very kindly took time out of their job and posted them on Something Awful, because they could translate, and they were like, yeah, fine, I'll do this 1 episode. Yep, pay your money. I don't care. Dead ass. Need more blue Gatorade. My model looks crazy when I'm drinking that. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, sure, we can get you popcorn. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be preparing food in a place like this because it's just fucking filthy. This all is non-starter. Like, maybe the slushy machine, but having any sort of, like, food prep in a place like this would just be a nightmare. Coding-wise, training-wise, this wouldn't be allowed to be out on the floor like this, at least. I don't think. It'd have to be... Like, this isn't a kitchen at all. The floor isn't correct. Like, just because movie theaters do it doesn't mean you can just do it. There are standards to it. It needs to be behind, like, sneeze guards and shit. Yeah, Reese's Blaster Sonic desserts had a single yellow M&M and a fraction of an Oreo on top. Oh, that's so disappointing. Something I'm still puzzling about to this very moment is that we went to the M&M store in Times Square, and the second floor-ish, it's not like it's sort of like a floor, but there's an area where you can buy M&Ms. Every flavor, color, blend of M&Ms. They had like Easter, Christmas, Valentine's in tubes, like big floor-to-ceiling tubes. And you could like put it in a bag or a weird fancy cup, and it was like $20 for half a pound. But at the end of these dozens of tubes of M&Ms is one tube that stood out amongst the others, and it was Skittles. There's a tube of Skittles at the end of the run. And to me, all I could think about, and I probably said this on stream last time, is just that there's just like this like possessing thought of just like, what if, like, you could ruin anybody's bag of M&Ms. You could just like be a shithead sibling and ruin your younger sibling's bag of M&Ms instantly. And it'd be a huge problem because, like, what are you gonna do? Dump them out? Or in the M&M's tube that when? Okay, so the other problem I had a problem. Did I have a problem? Is this like a problem? Is this like a problem in the scheme of the world now? No. So, do you know the green M&M? That they quote unquote desexified or whatever, right? They like, I don't know, they took away like her big eyelash stuff and gave her sneakers instead of heels, and I guess that's like desexifying the green M&M. Whatever. But then they like moved those traits over to the brown M&M. I don't remember there being like a brown M&M character, but she's like sexy teacher. She's like teacher with like the horn rim glasses at the pointy rim and like big heels, big pumps. And I'm like, this is way more overt than the green M&M ever was. Is it just me? I was confused. I thought that they were like, I thought that the M&Ms had gone woke or something. I don't know. But I guess that must have just been made up. It's race baiting. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Sorry to blaspheme. Sorry to blaspheme. Hold on, let me see if the titty film guy is here. No, he's not. Jeez. Hey, look, I didn't have to pay any idiots today, so I made all my money for myself. Green M&M that Cucker Charleston was mad about. Yeah, so furious and hopping mad. And so I guess maybe as response to his furious anger, they moved over the sexified traits to the brown M&M. I also didn't know that like the M&Ms all had like stereotype personalities. Like there's one that like hates Mondays and work and just talks about jobs like an office cat girl would. The check from the Qatari rails hadn't cleared yet. Gotta cut them over. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's tough times when you're waiting for that check and it hasn't come yet. Look at all the kid films. Rollerball Disco. Benjamin, I need you putting stuff away because I didn't put anything away yesterday. So like yesterday, I you know, man, you weren't here, and so I just didn't put anything away. This was a real situation all the time, by the way. And my boss would act, and I know I've said this before, but my boss would act like it was the end of the fucking world if we had a day where, like, we were short-staffed because somebody called out, and as a result, some tertiary task, like cleaning the DVDs or sorting the DVDs on the shelf and putting them out on the floor, didn't get done. It would be like nuclear meltdowns. Like, I cannot believe that shit didn't get done. What the fuck is wrong? Like, I need you to take this seriously, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm like, you know, like it's not going anywhere. The movies are still here. They're still here. You don't have to worry about it. We can put them away now. And it was just always just like nuclear, just full on turbo nuclear. Just like you didn't, just like I think they're just looking for something to yell about. I think there's a type of manager that just. And you know, and I agree with what you mean as far as just like I wish they cared enough. And to me, it was always sort of like if I was manager on a Saturday night, I'm working the 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. It's our busiest buy day of the week, so we have a bunch of incoming bins and like dusty garbage. And it's me and manager as a manager, and I'm assigned 2 staff. And usually what I would do is I would probably work the register. I'd have one of my guys or girls working behind the counter, like processing things to buy, and then I'd have one of them working on putting things out, cleaning things and getting things done, right? And that'd be pretty much how I'd handle it. And then like if there were a line, I'd call one of them up to be like, hey, can you just like bring somebody up real quick? Like just manager shit, right? That's how you do it. And then like if one of them calls out on me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the putting stuff out because we already have enough inventory out on the floor. There's no empty shelves. Nothing's bare. And if somebody asks for something, we can find it for them. But in between, you know, until somebody's not sick, we'll just have to, you know, deal with it. That was always just the way I dealt with it. But that was also when I had the luxury of having 2 staff. That was not something that happened very often. Let's open some fucking Pokemon cards while Benjamin puts stuff away. We got some left here. We're saving Lily for last, for sure. I think we should open this stupid looking asshole here. I don't even know what you're supposed to be. What are you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is this? Does anybody know? Pills here? Yeah, I don't need to take pills yet. I'm good. The eye line makes you confused? Yeah, it's weird. Is he tired? I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And we didn't even get that pack. We got the boy again. We got this man. The guy. He thinks he's the man. I need to turn down the music a bit. One sec. I think I had it turned up because I was BRB. I remember getting fussed at once because I was sitting on the floor while stocking the shelves. I told another manager so I could see and reach the stuff on the bottom shelves easier. He's like, huh, that makes sense. I remember blowing my manager's mind when I insisted that, so we used to have, so when we put a DVD out on the store, out on the floor, the way it would work is, you know, inside the DVD case, right? Like you'd open the DVD case and inside there would be a number. And that number corresponded to a sleeve, like a paper sleeve that had the disc in it in a drawer. And the drawers were numbered like 1,000 to 2,000, 12,000 to 13,000. Like usually 1,000 fit in a drawer. And we had like a dozen some drawers. And so I noticed that every time we had a low number, or, you know, like in the drawer space, like itself, like, you know, the 6,000s were basically on the fucking floor. And so every time we needed to go in there, we were kneeling to get in there. And I was like, why don't we just put everything up and lift it up and put it on a platform? And they were like, that's, you know, crazy. I was like, not too high. I was like, just like at like knee height. And then like, you don't have to bend down to get to this and you could still see the stuff at the top. It was crazy. It was crazy, the ergonomics, because I also noticed that some customers were abusing the fact that certain employees had to say like bend or kneel down, to be fucking perverts. Hippopotas. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're a Zentreya fan. Zentreya is pretty cool. Hippopotas rules. Deuce Bigelow energy with that fish tank. I know, right? Stale fossil. Oh, Rowlet. It's my boy. Aragon? Isn't that a spice? Are they all named after spices? Diggersby? He looks constipated. Why is he so constipated? Lumio City? Fletchender? Yeah, I use random sub emotes too, all the time. I like this one. I like Firebirds. I always feel like I'm using discount Moltres though. Binacle? I don't like barnacles in real life. I don't like that there's a Pokemon based on barnacles, so pass. Luxray, that's pretty cool. It's a very cool cat. Very cool cat. A cool cat. Meow, meow. Yes, indeed. That's what happens to me. I wake up to meowing now. Just Stormy. Screaming at me. Gotta take advantage of the booba emotes. Yeah, that's true too. There's a good sticker. I am very stressed. There's this one too. Hold up. I got a good one here. My wife brought these home. Freaking the sheets. Ariel's my gift sub emotes. Nice. I think we'll do Lily last, which means we're doing Charizard next. Charizard, Phantasmal Flames, Mega Evolution. And we'll put mostly adequate and boobs on screen here. The boobs will help. Miss Pocky Thighs. Yeah, that's a tragic loss to not have. The emote I've been getting the most use out of lately is this one, which V3 added as a joke, but it's just Glorp, but it's like Twitch officially loaded Glorp, so you can use it anywhere, and you can gigantify it. And she added it as a joke to get Glorp in NASA's chat. Free Glorp. We got iPalm. I like him. I like that art. Oh, I like Palmo too. Koki had one called Glorp Shit. It's Frog Alien. Yeah, Glorp Shit's a classic. I love Glorp Shit. Gloom. I like Gloom. I like Oddish, and I like Vileplume. Was there anything beyond Vileplume? Did they add anything beyond Vileplume? They probably should. There should be a fourth Evo. Dugong. I always liked the sound that Dugong made in the dub. Like he's like Dugong Gong. I thought that was cute. It sounded sort of like a seal noise. It was like oh like a Dugong Dugong. I think it has a mega. That's cool. Oh, Bellawesome. That's what I'm thinking of. Linoon. I like Noon. Battle Cage. Hell in a Cell. When Undertaker threw mankind off of Hell in the Cell. Whatever, man. Ludicolo. Lotad. This is a powerful Pokemon. I like his look. I like his aura. He's always in his lane. Just thriving. Look at how much thriving is going on in this card. He's giving you that shifty gaze because he's like, are you going to disrupt this? Are you here to really throw off the balance here? This is such bare necessities energy. Look for the bare necessities. You know, that type of deal. We got Dizzying Valley, which looks like a fucking Magic the Gathering card here. And Empoleon EX, which is great. I think we have one of these already, though. These feel so strange. These feel like plastic compared to the other cards. This feels like paper. This feels like plastic. Rubbing my hand oils all over the front of this. I'm just gathering up all the W's right now. One sec. Deep dish pizza and a Lotad. You know, I could go for deep dish. V3 said something about deep dish earlier, and then I typed butter crust deep dish in chat, and she's like, "Damn, that sounds good." And I was like, "That does sound good," because Lou's got that butter crust. And do you know what butter crust is? Because I don't really know what butter crust is, but I know goddamn right. Like, if somebody goes, "Hey, do you want that with the butter crust?" I'm going to be like, yeah. I'm not going to ask her a fucking explanation. Like, really? I'm just going to say, yeah. Like, sauce on top? Yeah, sauce on top for sure. It's an interesting experience because when you put the sauce on top, you're like, well, you're not getting the brown cheese, right? The cheese isn't meant to brown. The cheese they put in a deep dish is sort of meant to be like casserolized. It's sort of like gooey. It's meant to just like turn into like the inside of a mozzarella stick, right? You're not going for burnt. You're not going for the char. You're not going for that sort of like texturized stretch. No, you're getting the gooey, like cartoon level cheese stretch from a proper deep dish pizza is the thing. And the thing about that is that like on top now you have the sauce, right? The sauce goes on top, and that gives this sauce the opportunity to go from like raw tomato puree into like this like sort of it sweetens the tomatoes a lot, and it makes it like worth eating the sauce. Like the sauce isn't just like there to be in between the cheese and the bread. It's there as like a primary ingredient that you're supposed to taste with. Like it's like literally having a mozzarella stick with the marinara sauce on top of it, and it's served as a pie instead of a stick. And the crust is like pizza crust hardened into like a perfect buttery shell. That's really how I would describe like a deep dish pizza. It's like eating a mozzarella stick, but like as a pie, and with the marinara sauce like as a part of it, like a key ingredient. Oh, we're doing Lily last. We'll do Pikachu next. You want a Detroit style? I could go for a Detroit style. I could go for a tavern style too in Chicago. I could go for, I like New York. Even shitty New York style is really good. I really miss it. I miss having New York style like on tap. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. It's true. It's good. There's nothing to replace it. There was just like a shitty chain place. I think it was like Norm's or something just outside the hotel we stayed in the Brooklyn. And I I had a $3 slice of pizza there that was like one of the best I've had in ages, and it really made me mad. Home Slice is a really good place in NYC. I'd heard of. I need to find like a good place for the next trip we go there, because I didn't even really think about like, oh, I could have good pizza while we're here. I like Rufflet. Rufflet has really cool. I don't know. He's got a nice structure to him. I think he's a cool Pokemon. I think somebody out there. This one is really painterly too. That's really cool. Huh. Trapinch. Someone out there really loves Rufflet. Rellor, I can't even really tell what's going on in this one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Terra Orb. Lapple, that's cool. Oh, we finally got the middle evolution of this guy. Flapple. Dugtree, look how majestic. Oh my god, look how majestic they are. Doug Fabio. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We have a decent local place here. It's just a small town. Yeah. Pizza Hut, and then recently we got Domino's, which I had tonight. I don't think my mom and I have been back to Pizza Hut since. They're just not as good. Pizza Hut, I mean, last time I went to a Pizza Hut willingly was like for a personal pan pizza from reading books in grade school. Like we were just talking about it yesterday. I don't think they've been like that ever since. Like they don't have buffets and stuff anymore. Oh wow, Tapu Koko. That's pretty cool. Sizzlepede. Skeledirge. That's our rare. He's pretty cool. I like this guy. I picked this one when I played Sword and Shield, and I don't regret it. He's really cool. Very, very cool Pokemon. I remember the Bigfoot pizzas. Yeah, I remember that. I remember those. I remember they invented stuffed crust. I remember that was a whole event. I remember they had buffets. The Pizza Hut used to have a buffet. I remember personal pan pizzas, getting them for free. All right, this is the last pack. This is Lily. So this one was super lucky. We knew this to begin with. After this, we're going to end stream, I think. I'm going to save the store game for a bit. Code Geass product placement. I always wanted the sausage crust. So hot take, maybe not hot take, but I think cartoons, anime and cartoon pizza always looks way better than real pizza. Exhibit A would be Code Geass, yes. Exhibit B, I would say, would be the Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s. The pizza in that always looked so good. I always wanted the pizza in that. They always made it look and sound so good. I don't know why. The Ninja Turtles, like Michelangelo was always fiending for it, and it like was always gooey. You know what I mean? And like they'd eat like a whole slice in one bite, and you're like, damn, that must be good. I don't think Lily's gonna let us down. I find Lily personally to be pretty inspiring. She's a very good go-getter. I like her outfits too. She's got good fashion sense. Think a lot about fashion. I don't know. Disagree. It's always goo pizza that looks like gummies. I like that though. I think that looks good. I think the goo pizza that looks like gummy looks good. I don't know. Something about it just looks appealing. What energy did we get? That's a good sign. It's metal. All right. There's going to be some cute shit in here. Like right off the bat, we have Wingull. And Swinub. Swinub? Friend is dying to get Lily's Clefairy card because that's his daughter's name and favorite Pokemon. Yeah, good luck. Shelbit. Very cool guy. Shelgon. Also very cute. Oh my god, I love him. Cloth is amazing. What a cool dude. Levincia, we don't care. Alolan Marowak looking very majestic here. Metapod again, but we got the reverse holo this time. Bombirdier. I don't know what you are, but you look pretty wicked. And Wailord looking fantastic in rare full holo. Yeah, that Metapod art is really cool. Here, I'll show you again. Alolan Marowak is... Look at him. And then here's the Metapod. I love that Metapod. Is this the same artist that did... No, Okubo. Who is Okubo? Single name artist. Usually when somebody only gives one name, that's because you're supposed to know who they are. And here's the Wailord again. Whoa, jump scare. The fire twirler being represented in the bonus, such a neat concept. Yeah, I like that too. And then here's the group of EX cards we got today. We're pretty cool. We got Scovillain, Decidueye, and Empoleon. I don't know ever what to do with these guys. I have regular sleeves I put them in. Yeah. Hold on. I got these guys. Look at these. I got these really fancy, like, top loaders. Okay, and then you get the nice, like, Pikachu on the outline. It's really slick, actually. Apparently a new card shop opened up in the city where my doctor's appointment is, but they're not open on Mondays. No, my appointment so far has been on Mondays. That's a shame. That's a shame. I hope your appointments go well, though. Probably for the best, though, right? Like that you don't... What I was just saying earlier is, like, I feel like my positioning of this as fun and making it seem fun also entices other people to get into the hobby. And I don't want to discourage you, but I also don't want you to, like, buy from scalpers. So if you're ever unsure, you can always, like, ping me in Discord or something, and, like, I can tell you probably what the MSRP of anything is. If you're ever unsure, like, just, like, in my Discord, just say something in general chat. $100 on single. Yeah, I know. It's so easy to get into the slippery slope of it. All right, here we go. Here were the W's. Here were the big W's of the day. And honestly, I feel like they're really big W's. I love this Helioptile card. I like anything that has stars in it. Any card that's going to have stars is going to be something I like. If it includes a starry sky, a sparkly starry sky, even better. And then in terms of sparkles, we had the Articuno here, who just is just really pretty. I love the original three birds. Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos. Of the three, Zapdos is my favorite, but I love Articuno too. Really cool art. I loved getting the whole wingspan in there by using the verticality of it, you know, the like top to bottom. It's really cool. And then we got, of course, Houndstone here with really cool solid line art. Yeah, I really like the Articuno. I think the Articuno is my favorite of the day, with Houndstone probably being in second and then Helioptile third. Those three. Going up to the CS desk and talking to a person sounds annoying. Just do it. Just do it. Think of it as an exercise. Something I've noticed, maybe it could be like a closing thought, I don't know. But I'm less bothered by asking for things. I still find myself hesitating because I want to be polite, more so than anything, but I think you should just ask for stuff. Just, you know, I mean, you're not even sure you get a card you like, but yeah, just like if they have retail cards, just ask to see what they have. Talk about it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I don't know. Hesitate a little bit, but go for what you want. Anyway, I think I'm going to end stream here. One thing I'm going to get probably sold out of is Chocobo Box Bundle. FFMTG set last year. They added some new stuff for the holiday. I think it was an exercise, a good way to break in a combo. Well, I think, but I mean, I think that's really the way I would go about it is like, think of it like, you know, I'm going to talk to this very low stakes person because I have an aversion to talking to people, right? And I'm not a therapist and I can't really give you advice, but this is how I kind of approach it. And I'm somebody who generally is a recluse and I generally don't like talking to people. I generally don't. But I like to position myself in a place where something I want or need is behind that kind of wall to sort of like push me into talking to people. And at least for my part of things, recently some of my solution has just been presenting the way I like in public. Makes me more confident. I feel happier to talk to people. I don't mind talking to people because, I don't know, I feel better about the way I look, for instance. But like, if you're still struggling with that, or if you have some other aversion to talking to people, like you're nervous about how it'll go, or you don't know what to say, just start somewhere. A retail employee at some random store is like the lowest possible stakes imaginable. They're making $9 or something an hour probably if they just started there in your state. And like, they're not going to care. Oh, you want to see the Pokemon cards? You're like the millionth person who's asked today. They're not going to care. It doesn't matter. But yeah, think of it as an exercise. Think about like asking. Just like think about it as like there's a thing you want, and it's a good way to have the exercise to go through, like just talking to people and asking for stuff. It's really not that big a deal. But you know, you're a blip in your life unless you make yourself more than that. And you can do that intentionally. I don't know. As I play like the video store game, there are definitely customers I remember. They made an impact on me, whether by repetition or just by impact, like overall. But there were also thousands, tens of thousands of others that I have no recollection of. I don't know what they bought. I don't know why they bought it. I wasn't thinking about them at all and what they were doing. Even if they asked me for things or were a pain in the ass, they came and went probably within hours, minutes. Just like as soon as the door closed behind them, they were gone from my life, you know? Ice cream is melting in my cart. I mean, I guess so. But I mean, like, I think of it as like, if I just don't want to bother, then like, I don't know. Why even think about it? But to me, it's like going up to a person and talking to them doesn't really sound annoying. It just sounds daunting. It just sounds like a chore, right? That's all it is. And I think that there's a lot of chores in life that we can choose to do or not do, right? That's all I'm saying. Think of it like an exercise to go through. Anyway, enough soapbox advice. Is there somewhere I can send you to? Orange's Barge is playing Star Fox 64. I always rate Aki, but that's so cool. What a good game to play. Recomp has been out. Are you saying this is old then? Like, you're saying that Aki shouldn't be playing this? Oh, you're just saying. You know, I wonder about this Pragmata game, guys. I haven't really... I mean, I watched V3 play a good bit of it. Hang on. We have a guest here. Hello. Hi, come here. You want to come here? You don't have to back away. No, no, no. She's trying to eat the V3 plushie. Pragmata is extremely short. That's kind of cool. I like short games. I don't mind it being short. Hey, come here. Move my... Oh. Move my model. Well, there's Stormy's butt. Hey, come here. What are you doing? There you go. There's Cat. Bye, Cat. He's eating the Pokemon card garbage. There you go. So she went over and attacked V3, knocked her over, and then dug through the Pokemon garbage, and is now off to the races over there. There you go. You can have the Booba. All right. I'm gonna just send y'all over to Aki. Have a good night. Thank you, Stormy, for making a guest appearance. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you to the resubs. Thank you for all that. And we got some cool cards, and we saw a cat, and we played a cool video game. It was a cool Sunday night. Thanks for chilling. Go say hi to Aki. Be well. And I'll probably see y'all, I don't know, sometime next week. We'll see. Tuesday is when I'm supposed to be here. All right, bye.